is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That be Dr. Drew. Over there, Traci Lords is our guest tonight. She is here pimping her new show, which is First Wave. It's on its third season, Monday nights, tomorrow night, or it could be tonight. If you're hearing the show in a one-day delay, although if it's tonight, it's too late.
All right.
Because
I'm already
today.
confused. All right.
I'm doing the math. Monday nights, 8 o'clock, Sci-Fi channel. When we left off, we're going to speak to Francesca. She's 14, blacks out during orgasms. Francesca?
Yeah.
Are these with someone else?
Sometimes.
Do you hyperventilate when this happens? You're breathing real heavily?
I don't, hyperventilate. It's just, totally just blacks out.
Yeah. I understand that you black out, but I'm trying to figure out sort of what it's associated with. Are you completely unconscious? Or does your vision just go dark?
Yeah, just...
Your vision darkens?
Yeah.
Do you lose control of your body or anything like that?
Not really, no.
How long does it last?
Up to, 45 seconds to a minute.
Do you have tingling around your fingers or feet or around your mouth, anything like that? Well, first of all, 14 and having sex and all this already suggests something's going on here, right? Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
And
how old's the guy?
My age.
It's another 14-year-old. Yes?
Yeah.
Well, give hyperventilation be the most common reason for this kind of thing.
We've talked about this before, where people have a blackout. Not so much that they pass out, but that something constricts vessels in their eyes or something, and it goes dark. Isn't that what she's talking about?
Yeah.
Were we talking about that on the TV show a few years back? I know we got a call about that.
I remember headaches, and I remember vision problems with headaches, which is a vascular thing. But to have darkening of vision is usually low blood pressure, hyperventilation, that kind of thing. And it warrants evaluation. I mean, you should go see a doctor and talk about it. You really should.
What position are you in?
Just laying down.
I see. Trying to get some sleep like most of my dates, and before you know it, it's over.
Maybe she just falls asleep. Maybe it is one of your dates.
Yeah, maybe you're dozing off. Maybe you're with one of my younger cousins.
Is this with the same guy, Francesca?
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Are there any drugs involved in that?
Good question.
No.
No?
No.
No.
She kind of hesitated on that one.
And she hesitates on every question we ask her.
No, I don't.
Well, she was fast with that one. Francesca, maybe, do you think she needs to go to get a CAT scan or something?
Can you talk to your parents? Are you close to your parents? Can you talk to your mom about this?
No.
You can't? You don't feel comfortable talking to her about it?
No.
She needs a basic medical evaluation. You really do.
Do you have a counselor at school you can talk to, or a nurse at school you can talk to?
Yeah.
There you go.
That's what you should do. Maybe just make an appointment. And, it's confidential, so you don't have to be afraid of that. But you should definitely talk to someone about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Adam?
Yeah.
My friend, she's on the line too, and she has a question for you.
Yeah.
Okay, I can never seem to get off when I masturbate.
I see.
You're 14 also?
Yeah.
That's for me.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable telling 14-year-olds what to put in them. There was a time when I did.
So much time. You're 14 years old, and it's so natural to be curious about sex, especially when you're that young. Everybody is, but it's no big rush. It's not like I've got to do this now. I've got to, figure guys out. I have to do all this stuff. No. Take your time. The thing that I think
this is from Traci Lords, by the way.
Because I know.
Slow down.
Slow down.
Don't do a movie until you're 15.
No, the great thing about being young is being young. You grow up so fast. Take your time.
Yeah, and look, it's great that you're exploring. It's great that you're experimenting. But again, your body will sort of start to make more sense as time goes along. You need to master more than just the mechanics in order to have that function.
Michael?
Yes.
You're 14.
Yes.
What's up?
I have a pretty manipulative girlfriend that I think she tricked me into taking orthotricycline.
How'd she manage that?
That's birth control.
She said she had,
Nice.
She said she had chlamydia.
Yeah.
And she gave me these little pills and said, "Oh, just take one of these every day." She gave me 4 of them, by the way.
Why in the world would you take a pill someone gave you every day without knowing what it is?
Well,
there's mistake A. Never take a drug that you don't know what it is.
Right. Well, now he's got spotting. He's bloated. He's prone to mood swings. He polished off a half-gallon of Haagen-Dazs and cried watching Mama's Family.
Michael, what did the pills look like?
They were green. It said ortho on it.
Oh, well.
Ortho tricycle.
Why would she have done that?
I don't know. She was saying, like, oh, orthotricycline, it makes you grow bigger. I'm like, okay.
Makes
his phone line's killing me. Isn't there a drug company that says called Ortho?
Yeah.
And wouldn't they print Ortho on many of their pills? Or just orthotricycline?
It's a pill company. It's a birth control pill company.
That's all they do?
Yeah.
But they also make mattresses, though, right?
Yeah, they do. It says Ortho on the mattress, too.
Okay, but
so you understand the association there, yes?
Don't eat those. Yeah, that's cross-promotion.
Yeah, and you might want to, like, really kind of think about who you're hanging out with, because that's not good.
That's wild, yeah.
That's really not good.
But listen, as a 14-year-old guy, if a girl hands you something, you put it in your mouth. Doesn't matter what it is.
It's pretty diabolical. Because, listen, one of the things that would cause someone to give you a medicine is if you have an infection. The doctor will give you a prescription for your partner.
He will.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. But
maybe it is.
It should say it on the bottle, though. You should be able to read that. And most of those are either capsules or long pills. So,
Jade?
Yes, hi.
You're 21. What's up?
Yeah, I have a question for Tracy, actually. I was watching Moral Court this week, and Ron Jeremy was on.
Oof.
And
Moral Court?
What's Moral Court?
Yes, he was the accuser.
What's Moral Court?
Well, it's a show that's a new kind of court show where instead of having an actual case, people go on and challenge their family members and say...
It sounds like Jerry Springer of the Justice Department.
Pretty much. Kind of a combo of that.
Ron's family is suing him?
No, he was the accuser.
He's been taking those herbal drugs.
They're Jewish, and it's like, boy, you've brought in such shame.
They're Korean.
All right, so...
No, not at all. It was I was very surprised. First, when I saw him, I was most surprised.
Anyway, so Ron Jeremy was on Moral Court.
Yeah, and he was challenging a man who owns a brothel in Nevada and saying that porn is more moral than being a prostitute, because being a prostitute is just sex for money, whereas being...
Porn is art, right? Yeah, right.
Is more of a career decision, is better for one's career. And he actually stated you, Tracy, as a defense.
Really?
Like you have used porn as like a gateway for their career.
Oh, please. Everybody knows I was 14, 15, 16. I was a teenager that was on drugs and ended up in a, seedy world. But it certainly was no platform, trust me.
Did you ever have any contact with any of those people? Ron Jeremy's or Randy Westises?
No.
Or anything like that? How do you pluralize West? Wests?
Westes.
Westes?
Westises.
No, do you have animosity toward them?
I find it really despicable when people will, use, me as some sort of a statement on why that's good. I mean, I think that I'm not some big anti-porn person. You shouldn't go watch porn. You shouldn't do porn, blah, blah, blah. But I'll tell you, I am against child pornography. And that is what we're talking about when you talk about me being in porn. Right. I was a kid. It wasn't a conscious adult decision. It was something that I did when I was young. It was a mistake. That is how I see it.
And how do you think it affected your acting career? Or music career, or any career after that? It
made it nearly impossible for me to have one. I was relentless, and I worked really, really hard, and it was something that I've been successful in spite of, not because of. It certainly has not helped me.
Right. Same with Drew, by the way, but he's overcome it. Keith?
Yeah.
You're 18. What's up?
My fiance is really tight, and when after the intercourse, it burns.
Burns when you pee? Burns when you pee?
No, it burns for her.
She burns.
She's tight.
Yeah.
She burns when she pees, or just her vagina burns?
Her vagina burns.
I see. Does there pain during intercourse also?
Sometimes more after.
Is there a lubrication problem?
No, we use baby oil.
Oh,
well, there you have it.
Cut that out for one. My God.
Yeah, move to a good 30 weight. That's petroleum based, right?
Are you using condoms?
No.
All right. Well, use a water based like KY or one of these anything. Not baby. Well, that may be the whole problem. And the reason she's tight is she may be so anxious about hurting that her muscles constrict.
Yeah, baby oil has scent and all kinds of stuff in it, right?
Absolutely.
Hey, Keith.
Yeah.
What's up with you? You using baby oil?
Why are you engaged at 18?
She didn't use baby oil before, and it didn't hurt, or it still hurt.
Still hurt.
Yeah.
Well,
All right, but maybe you should step up to a nice KY or water-soluble lube first. And then after that, it's just about relaxation. You got to get her drunk, right, Drew? Mm-hmm. No. Hey, Keith?
Yeah?
Isn't it a little early for you kids to be getting hitched?
18?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Well, you sound like you got the world by the tail. What do you do for a living?
Well, I just moved from Jersey, so we're on our own. Like, we don't really have much right now.
Nothing. He does
see.
nothing. Yeah, he moved from Jersey. That's his job.
Oh, well, if you moved, you can't be employed for at least, was it a 4-year period? How's that work?
Why do you feel like you have to get married right now? Why do you want to get married?
Because it's right.
Because it's right. What do you mean it's right? Are you afraid of losing her?
No.
Okay. Hey, listen, here's the reason, really, quite honestly, I don't want you to get married. Because if you two want to just get married and live together in your own cesspit, that's fine. Your old baby-oiled cesspit. But I'm scared that gives you a green light to have kids.
Oh, no, we don't want to have kids.
You don't want to have kids?
No. What are you doing for birth control now?
Nothing.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Come on, genius. You don't want to plot your life out a little better than that?
You don't want to have kids, yet you're having sex without contraception, so you're going to have kids.
Okay.
And you don't have a job.
No.
You understand? All right,
good.
just slow down a little, would you, champ?
All right.
All right, and cut the back half of that mullet off, would you? It's going to help you get a good job.
Okay.
All right.
Speaking of Jersey.
Smell mullet on that kid.
Yeah. How about those
Jersey,
Giants?
18, no job. That's mullet right there. Jesus Christ. Hey, listen, if you're getting married, and first off, you're 18, you're banging your wife every 10 minutes, and you don't use birth control.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
What are the chances you're going to be a dad before your 19th birthday?
You know, I was hearing more clean-shaven than mullet.
Now, clean on the side, long on the back. That's a Jersey thing.
But how about those Giants today?
Jesus
Is that
Christ.
nuts?
Yeah. Tracy, I know you're a big football fan.
Oh, yeah.
But, I would have bet the farm that
absolutely. I
Vikings
thought Minnesota was going all the way.
Game. Yeah. They just walked all over them. I can't figure out these playoffs for the life of me.
Did you the Ravens beating the
41
Ravens?
to nothing.
Did you see
Raiders
the beginning of that
killed.
game? Did you see the beginning of the Vikings game?
Yeah.
It was 21-0 before the 2 minutes were up.
Yeah, I got up, took a leak, came back in, the game was over. Yeah, it was a complete blowout. Man, it might be a good... It'd
be an interesting one, a fun one, no matter what.
Yeah, Dr. Bruce came by, played basketball with us today, by the way. Sarah?
Yeah.
Are you trying to make me feel guilty for not spending more time with you?
You think he's bad on the radio? You got to see him on the court. Sarah, you're 15. What's up?
Well, I have a problem with, every time that I like a guy, one of two things will happen. Either he won't like me back and I'll like him, I won't stop liking him, or he'll like me back and then after a couple weeks I'll totally lose interest in him.
Well, that's what guys do. You know, women did this too.
I know. That's what everyone says.
So what you're really talking about is conquest.
Yeah, but you're 15.
This is clinging. This is clinging.
Man, I don't want to dismiss your problems, but this is not a real problem at 15.
But at 15, you think it is.
Well, that's true.
And it's painful at that age,
yeah,
too.
exactly.
And as a harbinger for what's to come, look what you've turned into. You see?
When did this turn toward me all of a sudden?
Because this was stuff you did when you were in junior high school, right?
I think Tracy may be strangely attracted to me in her own way. You're not repulsed by me.
You are pretty adorable, I have to tell you.
Thank you.
But this 15-year-old on the phone needs a better answer.
I was just trying to save a little face there. So, Sarah,
yes.
Give us an example of the last guy you liked. What did he do?
This one guy, the last one I liked, I was like, oh, this is going to work. And he asked me out, and I was really happy with him. And then 2 weeks later, I was like, oh, God, he's getting on my nerves. I have to get rid of him.
Yeah.
So you liked him. You liked him in the first place?
Yes.
I see. All right. And was he your age?
He was 2 years older.
Mm-hmm. He got on your nerves. You got rid of him.
Yes.
Where's your dad?
I live with my dad.
You love him?
Where's your mom?
My mom, I don't live with her anymore.
What's the deal with her?
Well, because I got taken away from her house.
Why?
She got arrested for a drug problem.
Okay.
Right.
So, here we go. So, intimacy, close relationships are painful to you. So, they seem overwhelming, dangerous, threatening to get involved with someone who actually reciprocated your feelings. On the other hand, somebody who is not reciprocating is someone you can long for and strive for and just get stuck in that striving phase,
it was like
which
my
is a much safer place.
Relationship with Adrienne Barbeau.
Right, which you're still in.
Oh, yeah.
But Sarah,
I've not given up.
You might try a little Alateen or maybe talk about maybe school counselor therapy, that kind of thing. Go a long way to helping you make better choices in your relationships.
Yeah, because I was in therapy, but it wasn't helping.
Well, get back to that. I think the fact that you have access to that's great.
Yeah, it couldn't hurt. And Sarah, seeing how you've been through what you've been through, and you're only 15, maybe it's all right for you to be on your own for a little while, do your therapy, do your work, that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I know it doesn't sound glamorous, but...
Well, yeah.
All right, what's up with your mom now? She...
I still, visit her, and she's doing better now because she went to rehab and everything, but... Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a big issue, though, and it's something you got to deal with in therapy, all right?
Okay.
Good luck.
All right, sir.
Or Alateen. Yeah. Alateen's another choice.
Traci Lords is our guest tonight. We will take ourselves a little break. When we come back, we'll speak to Chris, who's 15, girlfriend is 13, and is pregnant.
Oh.
Wants to know if she's too young to have an abortion.
Oh, God.
All after this.
Loveline. We'll be right back. Call on the 1-800-LOVE-191.
Loveline. Madam Carolla. That is my partner and America's doctor, Dr. Drew. Board certified and ready for you. Ooh, I had to write that down.
A little problem with me tonight. What's going on?
What's that?
Because I don't come to your house to play basketball. I think it must trigger the memory of me showing up too early for your party.
You are so full of ass. That's what I love. Drew.
No, I cop to it if I really had made a mistake
so much
or
love.
something.
The love between you is overwhelming.
I really thought
no,
that.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did.
Then you're an idiot.
Well, that may be.
So you're either a liar or an idiot.
I'd rather
Which
be
one
an
is
idiot.
it? Really?
Yes.
I'd rather be a liar than an idiot.
Well,
lying, you can stop. Idiots, that's a way of life.
You can prove that.
Dr. Drew, here's what we're talking about. I had a New Year's Eve party, and Dr. Drew swung by. I invited Dr. Drew and his wife. It's New Year's. It's black tie, blah, blah, blah.
Nobody ever told me black tie, by the way.
Well, your wife got an invite. The point is Drew swung by about 4:30?
5:30.
5:30. At 4:30 in the afternoon, he swings by in a pair of his Dockers with a couple of his buddies and minus his wife, and is surprised to see the party is not in full swing. The New Year's Eve party at 4 in the afternoon.
Now, set the scene. This is a house he's been working on all year just for this party. I figured he and his beer-drinking buddy would start at the poolside around noontime. I mean,
poolside in January?
Building up to this party. So that was the thinking.
Listen, Drew, you know full well there was not going to be a New Year's Eve party that was going at 4 in the afternoon. Yes.
No.
Yes. And you came by so that you could say you made an appearance, and I said, Drew, go get your wife, go put your nice duds on, and come back in about 5 hours.
I didn't even get
and
the
he
nice
never
duds
came
part.
back. Never came back.
So he still has
his
issues.
His thing to me is I came by the party, and my thing is you poked your head in to pretend like you were coming by so you could leave and never come back.
Mm-hmm. Here's the other thing you know is because we take the kids to the parade at 5 o'clock in the morning,
knows
we have not seen a New Year's a midnight in 8 years.
Leave those kids alone. You're too good to them. Do you understand? Tracy, if you
kids don't need parents. It's no problem.
If you had a New Year's Eve party, you invited one of your best friends.
Yeah,
well, actually,
he does kind of have you there, Drew, but,
he was in the neighborhood. He swung by, said hi, and
maybe
left.
He was just afraid of what you were going to be like around midnight.
And, Drew,
so
what if
what
if there was a party? How long would you have stayed? 20, 25 minutes?
I was planning to stay an hour and a half.
An hour. You're going to stay at the New Year's party from 4 till 5, and then as the street lights start to come on, all right, get out of here.
I went to bed.
Get out of here, figuratively. Get out of here.
What time did I go to bed?
I don't listen. Now you're bragging about going to bed on New Year's Eve at 7:45.
Yeah, that's the point.
Stop bragging about.
You guys act like an old married couple.
He's old.
Just say you're sorry. Get it over with.
That's right, Chris.
Yeah.
You're 15 now. You think your girlfriend's pregnant?
Well, I'm not sure, but she claims she is.
She's 13.
Yeah.
Has she taken did she take a pregnancy test?
I don't know. She just told me last week.
What did she tell you?
I think I'm pregnant, or I'm pretty sure I'm pregnant.
So she said her period was late, or?
I didn't even ask. I was too nervous. So.
All right, why don't you get her one of those over-the-counter pregnancy tests? And find
BPT.
She says she's sure she is. I don't know what that means.
Well, why don't you just assure yourself that that's in fact the case and get a pregnancy test?
You having a lot of unprotected sex with her?
Buy it at any drugstore.
Okay, what is she planning to do?
Well, let's just assume she's pregnant. She says she is, and he has unprotected sex with her.
What's her plan?
The main thing, well, we both know that she can't have the kid because our parents would both of our parents would flip out and get really mad.
Okay.
So she's saying that she wants to have an abortion or something like that. But I was wondering
or something like that. What are the other something?
Partial abortion. Just take an arm and a leg.
What I was thinking.
Just leave something behind so later she's ready to grow a kid.
They leave the head and torso. They take the lower half. Right. It's not as traumatizing to the child that way.
I see.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
one nostril, one ear, that kind of stuff.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. So I was thinking, is it dangerous for her to have it because she's so young?
No, that does not. No.
But it's certainly traumatic.
Yeah, it's traumatizing for her. It'd be nice to have her family involved if she's going to make that kind of choice.
Yeah, well, I think that's the whole point.
Do your parents know, that you guys are intimate with one another?
No, they know that we've been together for a long time, but they don't know that we've been doing that kind of stuff.
You're 15. Would you start dating when she was 9 or 11? Or?
No, well, she's turning 14 next month, so we've been together for about 6 months.
I see. All right.
Chris, I'm still not clear. What are you going to do with this? What's the plan?
Okay, this is the thing. She's going to have an abortion no matter what, but I need something to convince her. Like, I suggest you tell your parents to go somewhere safe, because she's saying that she cannot tell her parents.
Yeah.
But she says her friends told her that there's places where they do it without parent signature. And
yes, that's true. There are lots of places like that.
But
In fact,
I'm sure that it's not safe.
No, that's not true at all. That she has a right to. I'm not sure what the cutoff is in California. I think that's where you're calling from. I was just looking at New York. Any age is considered a age for confidential health care, reproductive health care. So if she wants pregnancy health care, if she wants abortion, if she wants birth control, STD treatment, he's BSing this whole thing.
Is he really?
Yeah.
No, all right.
So, but be that as it may, it's any age can get that and can get it without parental consent. Although it's best if the parents are involved.
And what do you do? Just go to Planned Parenthood?
Start Planned Parenthood. Yeah.
Well, it seems like I don't know. I mean, when can you get pregnant? You get pregnant at 12, 13?
Yep.
12?
Mm-hmm. You can.
I'm going to test that theory out on the ride home tonight. You want to come with me?
Yeah, a little old for you.
No, we got to round up some 12-year-olds.
I see.
That's a medical experiment.
Six.
Ladies, yes, here's some good and plenty. Now, listen, I'm conducting an experiment. Hold still. All right, stop crying. Here's some more candy.
Nice.
All right, it's just an experiment, just so I can tell definitively.
Pepper?
Beat you senseless.
All right.
Pepper?
So be it. Pepper, you're 16.
Hi, I'm a frequent masturbator, and I pee when I orgasm, and I want to know how to stop.
Okay, we got to go to break.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, Pepper?
Uh-huh.
Try not to pepper your sheets with any urine while we're gone, all right?
Okay.
How often you masturbate?
3 or 4 times a day, or whenever I feel stressed.
All right, hold on a second.
Thanks.
It's a lot of cleanup.
Yeah.
I didn't know what stress. I didn't even think I know what the word stress was when I was 16.
No, I wasn't throwing them out.
You were either like PO'd or you were napping, or you're happy or stoned. But like stressed wasn't. That was like an old. You know, who got stressed? The boss from WKRP in Cincinnati.
Big bloated guy with a red face.
Yeah, big white guy with sideburns. All right, we'll take ourselves a little break. Traci Lords is here, and we'll talk to Pepper, the urinating wonder queen, after this.
1-800-LOVE-191. We'll be right back.
Loveline is the show. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew over there. Traci Lords is our guest tonight. First Wave is the name of her latest venture, which is on the Sci-Fi channel. 8 o'clock Monday nights. She's going to be clad in tight-fitting outfits and kicking some ass, doing a little...
That image has sort of stayed with you, hasn't it?
Little Tai Chi, firing off some weapons, that kind of thing. Saving the world, basically?
Basically. It's been my mission for quite some time now.
There's a lot of shows and a lot of movies where there's a handful of people saving the world, and the rest of the world doesn't seem to know about it. I'm wondering if that's going on right now, and we're just not aware of it.
That's the whole point.
Absolutely.
There's a whole underground world, several cities there.
You think somewhere there's like some 5-guy team with the Asian computer hacker, the demolition guy, the knife thrower.
Yeah, there's the X-File group. There's the Femme Nikita group.
Oh, yeah.
There's the, what else? What underground world is there?
Oh, they're all out there.
There's
The Dark Angel and the First Wave. They're repelling and thwarting crime. And not only crime, but crimes against humanity. They're going to take over the world.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Somebody's got to do it. It's a nasty job.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm watching scrambled porn, having at myself, drinking red wine, and passing out. And I like it that way, by the way. And anyone listening, by the way, who's currently engaged in saving the world, tip of the hat to you. Keep going. Pepper?
Yes.
Yeah, so you urinate when you orgasm.
Mm-hmm.
And you masturbate at least or up to 3 times a day.
Uh-huh.
Relieve stress.
Mm-hmm.
And I started doing that too, by the way, to relieve stress. And then the stress of masturbating 10 times a day got to be too much. I had to do it again. And do you have a boyfriend?
Just broke up.
I see. And how old was he?
18.
All right. And did you wet yourself when you were with him?
Yeah.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
That's why he dumped you?
No.
What's the question?
Hold on one second.
Oh, Dad.
What?
Oh.
Danielle wants... What? I will. I'll clean my room. Don't worry about it. It does not smell.
I'm going to have to keep a weapon.
No, it doesn't, Mom.
Smells like what?
Pepper, I can smell it from here. She's right.
No.
I think I'm going to have to keep a weapon handy to kill myself.
No,
in case I'll come across one of my kids having this conversation on the radio station.
Well, you can't be in 2 places at once. But, Pepper, does she smell urine? Is that what she's smelling?
I don't know.
I see.
I don't smell anything.
What does she claim smells in your room?
She just claims it smells.
I see. Just a general... I used to get that general odor alert, too.
But aren't most teenagers supposed to have a smell anyhow?
I had a distinctive smell, still do, but...
I'm not surprised with you, though.
Yeah, gals usually don't smell as much as guys do. At least the room doesn't.
Well, if she's spilling urine around, that's going to smell.
Yeah.
Okay, come on, you've got to give this girl some help because, she needs to get over this. This is not going to go well as she starts to,
No, female orgasmic incontinence is a normal thing, so let me just have that.
But it's not a particularly appealing thing.
No, but most guys don't.
There's nothing she can do about it.
There's nothing she can do about it. Most guys are not that bothered by it when women have it.
Are you sure it's urine?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Because I know the smell.
I see. Well, we're back to the smell problem again.
Sorry.
All right, well,
And you know how, cum is, cold, sort of, And
sure.
pee is hot, so I kind of know the difference.
Right.
Yeah, everything that comes out of your body should be hot.
Yeah, no,
Same temperature.
My semen comes out like liquid nitrogen.
I see.
Mr. Freeze, my girls used to call me. That's right. Sometimes when we were camping and like a burrito was thawing and wanted to eat the next day, they asked me to jack off on it.
Ew.
Well, I'm just telling you the truth. When we went camping, that's what I would do. Jack off into the ice chest. All right, Pepper.
Uh-huh.
What's your question?
Well, there's nothing you can do to stop this, really.
Not at all?
Was that your question? How do you stop?
Well, how can I stop masturbating, too?
All right, that's more what I'm interested in is, are you a sexual compulsive of some type?
I don't know.
Were you sexually abused when you were growing up?
A couple times.
Okay, so that's what happens. What will happen then is you become aroused in an inappropriate way that sort of wires in some compulsive behaviors into your brain chemistry.
Oh, yeah?
And literally sex becomes something you're trying to master and constantly act upon. It's a way of managing feelings. It's often a response to all feelings. Everything becomes sexualized. And it does, the 4 times a day and not being able to control it, all that suggests that the cause is, in fact, the sexual abuse and that you are indeed sexually compulsive. That's something that has treatment.
Yeah, well, if you got a little therapy for being sexually abused...
I don't want to do that, though.
Wow. Oh, well, all right. Well, no, that's out of the question.
Yeah.
All right. Can you find Jesus Christ?
Why don't you want to do that?
I'm too embarrassed about it.
Well, you had no trouble telling us, and it would not be an uncommon thing for therapists to hear.
It's taken me all the years I've listened, which is 5.
To call in?
No, to
say it.
Does anybody, do your parents know that you've been abused?
No.
Was it one of your parents? No.
And Pepper, you hear on this show how frequently this happens. It's a common thing.
Oh, yeah.
And therapists deal with this stuff all the time.
And you know what? You're not the only one that's embarrassed. That's like, I was embarrassed.
You do that?
When I was young and I was abused, I always thought it was my fault. I think that's a common thing with an abused.
I don't think that, though.
You don't?
No.
Well, good. That should make it easier for you.
Yeah. Then you don't have anything to be ashamed of.
Who abused you?
A boy my age.
Ooh, how old were you?
9.
Wow.
9 and then 13.
Yeesh.
Same guy?
Different.
Wow. And when you masturbate now, you in the tub or something?
No.
You know the feeling
I
like
suggest a shower, by the way, if you're going to spray urine.
No, I do it in my bed, and then I do it on the toilet.
Smart.
The feeling like it's your fault is actually a compensation for the powerlessness. And when you're really young and it's overwhelming, it's easier to feel like you're in control to the point that it makes it your responsibility than to really feel the totality of that powerlessness of having been
it's the
victimized.
Shame. It's absolutely
the shame attached to that.
So you don't want anyone to know because, like she just said, she's embarrassed.
Shame and embarrassment.
All right, so Pepper, why don't you try to talk to a counselor or a therapist?
Nurse.
You really should. You really should.
And if not that, how about you just try to stop masturbating? Can you do that?
I tried.
She's sexual compulsive.
I go crazy.
Yeah.
I eat instead, or I drink, or something.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
And I just
So
go
you may be a sex addict, which means this is going to increase as time goes along.
Yeah, baby, the future doesn't look rosy for you unless you get a little help.
Hey, Adam.
Uh-oh.
Could you do me a favor?
Uh-oh.
This, helps me get turned on. Can you sing Taboo 2? I love that song.
No, I will not sing the theme song to Taboo 2 if you're going to masturbate.
No, I promise I won't right now.
You're asking him to collude in your compulsion.
Can I just hear it?
Yes, I'm going to sing a gospel hymn instead.
No, why can't
We shall overcome. Oh, wait, I want to say come.
No, Adam, can I please just hear it? I won't. I'm on the phone with you right now. I'm not gonna.
No, I will not indulge a sexually compulsive 16-year-old.
No, since you've done it, since you first sang, I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta hear him sing that again so I can tape it, and I've been trying to tape it and tape it.
All right, well, if you're going to tape it, but don't masturbate to it, please.
I promise. My hands are behind my back, nowhere near,
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'll do that. And Tracy, do you know the words to Taboo 2?
No, I don't want to be included in this.
You don't know that one? Well, you sing, don't you? You don't know this?
Absolutely.
But you're familiar with the Taboo series of adult-themed videos?
No, I'm afraid I'm really not.
Oh. Wow. Well, there you go. I figured you'd know. I mean, they go 1 through 27 or something like that. I'll do a little snippet. I won't do the whole song. I don't want to bore Tracy. You have it there? What, Anderson, what are you protesting, or are you just waiting for my cue? Now, yes, you're going? I'm not going to start. You got to start. Has it all? Yes, he does. He knows how to please in every detail. Sound familiar, Tracy? Oh. He can do more than you'd ever imagine and do it with style. He does it with me. Oh, yes, he does. I know that you thought that you knew him. You swooning, Tracy?
That's vomiting.
Well, maybe you did. Here's my part. But you don't. See the way I point the finger in that? He only reveals what he wants you to see and then shows it all. And when he does, he satisfies me. That's enough, Anderson. I know Anderson likes the big N. All right. Just what he could do. You'd want him to if you only knew.
Nice. Now,
Thank you.
Was Ron Jeremy in this one?
What was that?
Yes, Ron was.
I don't understand. I'm really confused.
How did you defend that one?
Why is that sexy, by the way?
Well, it's because I'm singing
baffled.
it. I'm singing it.
Oh, right.
I could do the alphabet song and get a girl to go through a pair of panties.
B-A-B.
You want to know the very sad part about my life? I don't know my mom or my dad's birthday, yet I know all the words to the theme from Taboo 2.
That sort of says it all, doesn't it?
I think that about wraps it up. Yeah.
Good grief.
Never heard the Taboo 2 theme song, did you?
No.
Before that? Well, there you go. Thank you.
I'm sorry to disappoint you with my lack of knowledge about pornography.
It's a culturally enlightening experience.
I just thought you'd know. I'm not disappointed. Well, I am. I have to admit it. Jamie?
Hi.
You're 18.
Yeah.
What's up?
I have a question for Tracy. My favorite band is the Manic Street Preachers, and I know you recorded Little Baby Nothing with them, and I was wondering if you could just tell me a little bit about that experience and if you're planning on putting out any other music.
And then you want me to sing Taboo too?
No, she just taped it. She taped it. You got it. Yeah, no.
You know, I'm surprised you haven't put out a CD yourself.
Oh, I'm working on it. All right.
The new Christmas tape.
The Manic Street Preachers, I really liked Richie in particular a lot, and I'd gone to London. That was before I did 1,000 Fires, which is my record. It was my first experiences recording, actually, in the studio. And I liked that band a lot. They were in and around London at the time, and I liked what they were doing, and they had just a really nice vibe about that group of guys. It made me really sad about 4 or 5 years ago. He disappeared, you know.
Yeah, I know.
What do you mean disappeared?
He just disappeared. He had always talked about how cool he thought it would be just if he were, when his life ended, just to suddenly mysteriously disappear. That was his thing. And about 6 months before he'd been talking about this, he actually did. They just found his car somewhere over a bridge, and they never found him, never found his body. His bank accounts had been cleared out, and he was just gone. So no one really knows what ever happened to him.
Well, we assume he's alive somewhere,
right?
I
would think so, but there's been no sightings or anything like that. It was just very strange. He's a really talented, somewhat disturbed individual.
Well, I don't want him to take this the wrong way if he's listening, but is anyone looking for him, or do we care?
I think a lot of people.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, from families to friends to journalists that were looking for the scoop.
Well, what's he look like in case I run across him? I patrol the North Hollywood, Sherman Oaks area a lot. A lot of guys go there to forget.
Well, let's see, about 5'10", last spotted with a bold type haircut.
Oh, I know this dude.
Looks a little bit on the junky thin side.
He's working for me
Amazing
as a carpenter.
Voice. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to look into that.
But record, absolutely, I want to do another one. I was recording my second album when I got this roll on First Wave last February, so I stopped, and just being back in LA for a few weeks now, I revisited that, and it was amazing to me. I mean, this happens, I don't know if it happens with a lot of writers or what have you, but when you start something and you go away from it for about 10 months, whatever, you go back and all of a sudden it's like, well, I'm not really in that space. So basically, to answer your question, I'm sort of starting the whole thing again. I definitely would like to do more music, and I'm not in any, huge rush to put out something tomorrow. I figure when it's done, it'll be done.
Have you done a book?
No.
Why not?
Well, it's the same thing as sort of the Hollywood Inside Story. I feel like people know enough.
Yeah, why don't you do like a cooking book or something?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you gotta.
Tracy's saucy recipe.
You got a lot of
for love.
irons in the fire. I mean, you got the music,
Chef
you got
Lords.
the movies. Yeah, you got the TV. It seems like
isn't that enough?
It seems like
what
enough.
Do you want?
I don't know. I'm just trying to round out your portfolio
hey,
a
man,
little.
I'm saving the world. I'm singing. There's enough responsibility here.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I'm trying to help the teen element of California.
All right, and beyond, by the way. Eric?
Yeah.
You're 18. What's up?
Yeah, I have a problem with one of my piercings.
I see.
It's I have a PA.
Prince Albert.
Yeah.
Prince Albert, yeah.
And it started off as a 10 gauge.
Right. The gauge is the thickness of the wire that's going through there.
Right, yeah.
As gauge gets lower, it gets thicker.
Yeah.
Right.
So it started off as a 10, which is it's reasonably thick, and I masturbate a lot, maybe 3-4 times a day.
Right.
And as you do that,
hold on, Drew wrote me a note. Okay, he needs a sitter Saturday night. Do you think he can come by the pad?
Probably. Hey.
Okay, Drew, you got a new sitter. You guys can go out Saturday night.
He's off from Albuquerque, though. Yes.
Oh, he is. Yeah. And where are you calling from, Eric?
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Oh, why? Did it say that on there?
Yes.
Well, there you go. All right. So, are you saying where everyone's been calling from has been by their name the whole night?
Yes.
Well, it's only been an hour and 15 minutes.
Yes.
All right. There. Keep going there, Eric from Albuquerque.
All right. And as I masturbate, the hole gets bigger, and I dropped down to a 6 or a 4 gauge already, actually. and trying to make close the hole a little bit.
Right.
The pee goes everywhere. When you urinate, it just goes everywhere.
4 gauge is pretty thick, right? Maybe an eighth of an inch?
It's about as thick as your pinky.
No, it's not that thick. It's not that thick. It's not a half-inch thick.
It's thicker than a pencil.
I'm going to look into that. All right, but anyway.
And it's still stretching more. I want to know how far it could go down before the skin heals if I decide to take it out.
How big it can get?
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody can answer that. But there's some magic threshold after which you'll never go back.
It sounds like a big mess to me. You've got to make a choice here. Either get rid of the piercing or stop jacking off so much.
I would agree.
That's hard.
Yeah, what's up with you, Screwball?
I don't know.
I mean, what happened to you? Something happened to you?
In my life?
Yeah.
I've never met my dad. He left and he beat my mom up a lot before I was born, so they divorced and got a restraining order and everything on that. And then our messed up family.
All right. And by the way, if you say the F word and then go back and correct yourself and say messed up instead of effed up, it doesn't help. But we do appreciate the effort. So that's all right. So, Eric, listen, as far as your penis goes, what's he need to do? Go talk to a plastic surgeon or something?
No, probably to a piercing. The piercing guys are pretty knowledgeable about this stuff.
But, Eric, you got to get your life in order, buddy.
Yeah.
The chronic masturbation is the more significant issue, though.
Hey, I never thought I'd say this, but you got to slow down with the masturbation.
Well, maybe at least consider removing the piercing and letting it heal for a while, don't you think?
Yeah, I would think.
That might be a good idea.
Can you do that?
The metal's so thick, it takes at least 2 people to pry it apart.
I see. Well, you know anyone at the fire department, they get the jaws of life in there on your Johnson and pull that thing apart? It does not take 2 people to pry it apart. You could do it.
No, seriously, I tried with the pliers because it's a captive.
Yeah.
And they pry it down on a ball.
Well, go back to the piercing
Get
institution.
the thing out of there. Quit whacking off so much, and straighten up and fly right. Get yourself a job. Fight to keep it.
Hey, I have 2 full-time jobs, and I go to college.
Really?
Yeah.
Junior college?
No, I'm in college.
Where?
Albuquerque, UNM.
That's a junior college. Listen, Eric, get that thing out of your dork. Eventually the hole's going to be wider than your penis. I don't know if that's mathematically possible, but I see a day where it is. And listen, I could get that thing out of his Johnson. I really could.
Oh, no doubt.
It's like 2 guys.
Yeah.
Believe me, I get that thing right out of there. So I put the bi-cutting blade on my Sawzall.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's get that thing right out of there.
That'd be reassuring. Lay your penis down here.
No. I wouldn't tell him to lay it down on the bench and put it in a vise. Hold still.
Okay.
He could get that thing apart. Get some needle nose pliers. All right. Oh, jeez. The notion, and Tracy, you ever seen one of these Prince Alberts?
No, come on.
No?
No.
You ever been with a guy who has one?
No.
No? No. You know how it works?
I don't date musicians.
You know, this guy's not a musician. But, yeah, it's a good, safe bet. You know how this works? They put this hook-like needle that goes down the urethra and then turns and pops out just behind the head. And I just couldn't imagine a more, like, if I didn't know this was something that a guy did voluntarily, I'd want to know what he was, I'd say, well, here's a guy. Yeah. I figured we're living in.
And why? Does this somehow erotic?
Medieval times, and he's raped someone repeatedly.
And this is what we're going to do to him.
We're going to put this hook.
An erotic thing? Is it?
No.
It's an aggressive thing. Really.
When you're effed up, you want to do effed up things to yourself, and it's especially to your genitalia.
Self-mutilation.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Yeah.
It all comes out there. Angela?
Yeah.
You're 20. What's up?
Well, I had a kid back in June, and ever since then, I've been getting the yeast infection like every month to every other month, something like that.
Are you sure they're yeast infections?
Yeah.
So you've had them tested?
Uh-huh.
And what have they been treating you with?
Just the, generic cream.
Okay, you might try some diflucan. That tends to help really eradicate it. It's just a single dose.
I don't know. I guess I am.
I'm going with you.
So that could contribute. Do you have were you diabetic during pregnancy?
No.
Why does her weight contribute to her yeast infections?
It's diet, isn't it?
Yeah, it changes. She may have gained a bunch of weight during the pregnancy, and it can change the sort of anaerobic environment in there. It changes it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
plus the hormones are different now because she's had children. Are you on birth control or any medication or anything? Angela?
No.
No.
Who are you whispering to?
My friend.
Yeah. Where's your husband? I mean, boyfriend.
I don't have one.
Not even the boyfriend, huh?
Well, there's a couple guys, but...
Sure.
Not really.
What about the one who's dad to the child?
Well, the father of the child, he's kind of out of the picture.
I see. Yeah.
Because I gave the kid up for adoption, so...
Oh, good for you.
Well, good. Fantastic. That's fine then. No problem. All right, so go get some of that diflucan and
get a metabolic
get
profile.
some condoms while you're down there so this doesn't happen again.
Talk to your doctor. Make sure that they don't have any thyroid problem or blood sugar problems. These sorts of things can contribute to that. And lose the weight of the pregnancy and take the fluconazole and you'll be fine.
Okay, what's it called again?
Diflucan.
Diflucan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. The good news is, the funny part is when she goes into the doctor and pronounces diflucan from what it'll turn into from tonight to 3 days from now when she goes in there. And wouldn't you love to just be a fly on the wall for that one? He says I need some of that xylocaine, diaphragm,
dioxide.
Diabetes, but the doctor will pick that up, right?
He'll figure it out.
Right?
She'll figure it out.
All right. We will take ourselves a little break. Traci Lords is our guest tonight. First Wave is the name of her series. On the Sci-Fi Channel, 8 o'clock, Monday nights. And when we come back, we'll speak to Justin. He's 26. His wife split, and he can't find her. Wants to know how to get a divorce after this.
Loveline will be right back, so get your problems ready.
Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Drew. She's Traci Lords. She's hanging out tonight, and basically as payment for Traci hanging out, we're plugging her new. Well, not. It's not a new show. It's in its third season, but Traci's first season with it. First Wave, Sci-Fi, 8 o'clock, Monday nights, and
I was telling you, didn't we have somebody from a Sci-Fi series last couple weeks ago? Doesn't that sound familiar?
Could have been.
Okay. And
why?
There? I was just trying to remember who it was.
I don't know. The Sci-Fi, I think I get the Sci-Fi channel.
Yeah.
Is that part of basic cable now?
Sure.
It is, isn't it?
I would think.
It's a more recent addition to the basic cable family. But it's definitely in there. And I guess... I
can't believe you don't watch the Sci-Fi channel.
No, you know
what? So uncool.
I've never seen any. I've never seen a Star Trek episode. I've never seen like a Lost in Space
you don't
episode.
like Blade or like you weren't like into Species or any of that?
Oh, Species. Your friend was on there.
Natasha Henstridge. Yeah. I watched for her with the sound down.
See.
Yeah,
the truth comes out.
I could get into something like Alien, but to me that's a horror movie that takes place in space. But I wouldn't call it necessarily sci-fi. I mean, like something like Alien. Wouldn't you say that's a horror movie? And
I would say it's sci-fi, just like Blade is. My show's First Wave is sci-fi like that,
right? And then
not
I could
sci-fi like Star Trek and Captain Kirk and the Enterprise and all of that.
Yeah, I never did get into that. It seemed ridiculous to me even when I was like 10 and 11 watching that stuff. It's like, look at those goofy outfits and what the hell is that?
No. We're not talking about geeky sci-fi. We're talking sexy sci-fi.
Yeah, but that's just so the geeks can jack off.
Oh, please. Why'd you have to give me that image?
Well, it's true. There's a lot of guys with very thick Coke bottle lenses sitting home steaming them up to you.
This show has way too much masturbation involved.
You're right. Maybe I should be removed. Justin?
Yes.
You're 26.
Yes.
Your wife took off.
Yeah.
When did she leave?
Well, she left about 3 months after we got married.
I see. So that would have been in February, the 11th?
No, it was actually April 22nd.
I see. And so it's been some time now.
It's been almost a year now, yes.
And have you seen her?
No, well, the last time I saw her, this is embarrassing, and I'm not lying, I took her on the Jerry Springer show.
Oh, really?
Wow.
That was who contacted you for that?
What? I'm sorry?
How did that get worked out?
I just decided that...
Oh, jeez, Justin, turn your radio down, would you?
What was the issue?
Hold on, let the Brainiac turn his radio down.
Justin? Oh, boy.
Well, his radio's is in Idaho. He lives in Oregon.
It's a ham radio.
Yeah.
Oh, so
all right.
Is he there?
Up. No, I swear he hung up.
Yeah, I think you're right.
All right, shall we keep going?
Yeah.
Ben?
Yeah, hi.
You're 27.
Yes, I am. I love your show.
Why, thank you. You're 27 and you sound like Burl Ives.
Sorry,
Where would you brought up St. Louis?
He sounds older than 27, doesn't he?
He sounds like Burl Ives. Yeah.
I'm mature.
Actually, Sterling Holloway. Winnie the Pooh.
There you go. Yes.
Isn't that right?
Yeah. Go ahead there, Tigger.
I have a question for Dr. Drew.
Yeah. Is that not Sterling Holloway?
Yes, that is. That is the voice of Winnie the Pooh.
Okay. It is.
For about since 1995.
Hang on, I can't get past the voice.
Yeah.
All right, 1995, okay.
Since 1995, this is so humiliating with Tracy in the studio. Since 1995, I've had this medical problem. I'm too humiliated to go to the doctor about it. Whenever I move my bowels, I bleed like a stuck pig.
See, now the Winnie the Pooh irony is too much.
Yeah.
And
too much.
Lately, for about the last year now, I've had such pain that it wakes me up at night. And I just found out like 2 months ago that both my mother and my father and my grandmother have cancer.
What kind of cancer?
My father has prostate.
That's not an issue here.
My mother, I don't know what she has. I don't know.
It's not an issue because he's 27?
But here's the deal.
Why is that not an issue?
Because prostate cancer doesn't cause rectal bleeding.
Oh, it doesn't?
It's not a young man's disease.
Why doesn't it cause rectal bleeding?
It's not around. It's not in the colon. It's well outside.
I think I could squeeze some blood out of my ass if I had enough prostate cancer.
It's part of the urologic system. Sometimes urinary bleeding. Sometimes bleed when you pee.
I see.
But here's the deal, Ben. This could be one of many different things. It could be as simple as an internal hemorrhoid, but God knows you would be iron depleted from all this bleeding, and that needs to be attended to and could be quite serious. Could be an inflammatory bowel disease like ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease.
Well, is there like anything? See, I'm too humiliated. I don't want to go to the doctor.
It has been one of the most common conditions. Probably a day does not go by that I don't see this problem.
Well, listen, I know it may have happened to him.
So it's a very common condition. See the doctor because it can be polyps and can be tumor and absolutely does need to be treated.
He could have been up in Mr. Owl's treehouse when that windstorm hit.
Yes.
And he was sliding around trying to get that pot of honey.
Yes.
And then I think Tigger came along. Ironically enough, I was watching Winnie the Pooh with my two nephews on Thursday, wrestling with them on my sister's bed. Watching Winnie the Pooh at the same time, thinking I have not seen this since I was 5, 6 years old.
That's why you knew who Sterling Holloway was.
No, it did come back to me though. As soon as you, no, I would have remembered that voice. And if you give me a second, I'll come up with the voice of Tigger. By the way,
Paul Winchell.
Yeah. There you go. Also from Wacky Racers and many other voices.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Tracy,
who did Piglet though?
The wonderful thing about Tiggers.
Piglet. He's the guy I couldn't. He couldn't remember his stuff. He was the guy with the glasses. Who was he did a? I think he was in the episode of Twilight Zone where he wanted to be left alone with his books and they broke. No, that was like Burgess Meredith. Who was the voice of Piglet?
Somebody's got to come up with that. I can't come up with it.
All right, David.
Yeah?
You're 17.
I'm 17.
What's up?
Wow, I've never been on the radio before.
Great.
That's cool.
Well, this is the last time, so enjoy.
Oh, man. There's this girl, she's 19, and I think she wants a relationship with me, but I just want to get laid. And she's on some medication for depression. She's adopted. She's a little on the big side. I mean, not really fat, just a little thick, you know?
Sure.
So she's not the type of girl you'd want to date, just...
Man, you are all class, David.
Yeah, you figure just sex her down and leave her.
Ladies, take notes.
Just have fun.
Then she could kill herself.
You know, women need to be a profiler. You know what I mean? In order to decide who to date and not to date, they have to be like an FBI agent.
It's really too bad men don't come with labels. It would make things so much simpler.
Yeah, but they practically do. It's just you guys don't
learn to read it.
Yeah, do not add alcohol.
Let me tell you some stuff to look out for. A gold rope chain bracelet, the mullet haircut we spoke of earlier, members-only jackets and leather, guys driving like IROCs. I don't trust a guy with buckles on his shoes. Guys who have that Nero hairdo, that Caesar hairdo where they comb it forward. Any guy wears the turtleneck with the blazer. Don't trust that cat. Don't trust a guy who has had his fingernails buffed. You know, you see that thing where you got like that clear coat on their fingernails.
These are women trying to negotiate high school age kids. They can't afford all those trappings.
All right, don't trust any guy with any jewelry at all.
In high school, no one wears jewelry.
Yes, they're guys. They're guys wearing jewelry. Anderson just showed me his finger, which was adorned with rings, by the way.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, but see, this guy's, he's 17.
His middle
There's
finger,
still
by
hope
the way.
for him. He needs to be taught that that's not how you treat people.
Yeah, it's harmful.
And it's karma. It's rude. It's mean. It's ugly. And you shouldn't do it.
Yeah, but let me tell you how guys think, and this is the sad part. No, that is not how you treat the prom queen. Yeah. That's how you treat the fat, depressed chick.
That's especially not how you treat the fat, depressed chick.
Right.
That's wrong.
Right. That's right. You abuse all of them. That's what I say, equally.
But the deal is, you're going to be that person. You're going to be the guy that abuses folks, and that's who you'll be.
Right.
There's nothing nice about that.
All right. Tyler?
Yeah.
You're 18?
Yes, I am.
What's up?
Well, like, my girlfriend and I have had a couple times of unprotected sex, and I was worried about her being pregnant, and I've heard that you can have, like, a light or strange period even if you're pregnant.
Yes.
And I was just wondering how often that happens.
All the time, but it's something that needs to be evaluated immediately because it could be indicative of a tubal pregnancy. It could be indicative of pregnancy that's in trouble and going to be aborted or miscarried. So it's something that needs evaluation right away.
Okay.
First of all, you have to establish whether she's pregnant. Do you know, in fact, that she's pregnant?
No, I don't.
Yeah,
no, he thinks she's not pregnant.
Let's establish that first.
Okay, so how long should I wait for that? Like, if she has 2 periods?
Just go to the drugstore and buy an EPT.
Now.
You can do it right now.
Go do it.
All right.
All right?
Thanks a lot.
All right.
All right, John. Well, so I think what he was saying is she was...
She's been having periods. Right.
So she can't be pregnant.
Right.
Oh, that's what I was hoping.
But it seems like a strange period.
Yeah.
And let me ask you, if you have unprotected sex, and then you have your period, but it's different, is it a higher likelihood you're pregnant because it's different?
Warning signal.
Do you know what I mean?
Higher than what? Higher than...
Well, obviously it's higher than having your period.
Yeah.
And it's lower than not having your period.
But it's not higher than... Right. It's not higher than not having your period.
But, I mean, would you expect that someone was pregnant if they're having some kind of funky discharge?
It's always important to rule that out because the risk of tubal pregnancy is so great.
It is?
Yeah.
I think I was a tubal baby.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. You certainly behave like one.
Do they have tubal babies? Are they shaped differently? Can we find them? There's no such thing as a tubie? No?
No.
And what happens with the tubie babies? They got to get rid of them?
They'll get rid of them
because they'll blow their mom up?
The tube ruptures and they're completed to death.
Right. And how many of those? How common is that?
Very common.
I mean,
very
100 years ago, women must have just been dropping right and left from that.
Probably. I don't know the data on that, but the incidence of tubal infections now are so great. That's what's causing all the increase in tubal pregnancies.
The tubal infections because the thing gets clogged?
It gets clogged, the pregnancies get hung up in the tubes.
The egg can't make it to the stomach?
Right.
Or wherever where's it go?
Your rear end.
Goes to rear end?
Yeah.
And then it comes out, of course.
Of course.
All right. Traci Lords is our guest. We'll take a little break. When we come back, we'll speak to Chrissy, 17, gets bored during oral sex. She fakes her orgasm, wants to know if it's wrong. Well, in the eyes of God, it is. But we'll talk to her about that after this.
Loveline. 1-800-LOVE-191. Back in a minute.
It's the Loveline. I'm Adam, and that's Drew. Traci Lords is our guest tonight. First Wave is the name of her show that's on the Sci-Fi channel, which is going to be on tomorrow night and every Monday night at 8 o'clock.
And we found out who plays Piglet's voice on Winnie the Pooh. It's John Fiedler, who, Adam, you'll be glad to know, was in Bad Ronald.
Ooh! One of my favorite TV movies of the week.
Played Mr. Roscoe.
Mr. Roscoe.
He's been in a million films.
I'm going to have to go home and check my tapes of Bad Ronald. You know, I'm having a Bad Ronald party soon.
No.
Everyone gets stoned off their ass, and we watch the world's worst 70s made-for-movie, made-for-TV movie, Bad Ronald.
I will come if it's followed by Killdozer.
No, I'm going to have to get my paws on Killdozer. All right. Let's trudge forward here. Christy?
Yeah?
You're 17?
Yes, I am.
What's up?
Okay, here's the problem. I just get, bored to death when my boyfriend gives me oral sex. I get, zero pleasure.
How about during intercourse?
Huh?
How about during intercourse?
Rarely.
So, do you enjoy sex at all?
Rarely what?
When we do have sex, I rarely get one. It's, never, almost never.
Yeah. How do you feel about your boyfriend?
I like him a lot. We've known each other for a long time. I really like him.
No.
I've known my grandpa for a long time.
You're a barber, too, I believe.
Yeah, well, no, I did blow him.
Oh, okay.
Well,
it wasn't very gratifying.
Guy puts his hand out for a tip, and what are you going to do? Hey, here's a little pomade for you. Hey, how long does he go down on you?
I don't know. It seems like a long time.
Yeah. And is his technique bad, or are you just kind of shut down?
You know what? I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah, you're just not into this.
Yeah, I just, I've gotten into the habit of faking it because he doesn't stop until he thinks I'm satisfied. And I'm just right. I hate it.
Now it's like, baby, I'm going down. And you go, ah! All right, can we move on? All right. Hey, listen, Christy.
Yeah.
This is there's one of two things that's going on here, but Tracy, you jump in if you disagree with either one of these two scenarios. A, she's bored to death with him, not in love with him anymore, and this thing's just stale and over. Or B, you were abandoned, abused, had something bad happen to you.
No.
It's not B.
No.
Then it's A. You're not into this dude anymore.
I think
you're not into him.
I think you're not as into this guy as you might think.
How long have you known him?
For 2 years.
Yeah. And he
Was it always like that?
What?
Was it always like that? Did you ever have any pleasure when you were with him at the beginning?
I don't know, because we didn't start getting actually sexual till the
there's something not right about this relationship.
He doesn't flip your cookie though. You're not excited to see him. You're just not in love with him.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you were really connected with him, the sexual functioning will probably take care of itself.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with me or anything, right?
I doubt it.
No. The only thing that's wrong with you is that you're staying with someone that you're not really into.
Yeah.
You think?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thanks a lot.
All right.
Have fun. Call us back when he kills himself, okay?
I will.
Nice.
All right.
Very nice.
Well, I was just trying to end on a positive note. Well, she's faking it. She's 17. She's totally bored. I mean, that's, oh, man, makes me think. Jesus Christ.
I don't get it. Never fake an orgasm. Do not reward them for something they didn't do.
But if she is not able, well, Lord knows he's trying. Don't you want to throw him a bone every once in a while?
Absolutely not. No.
He's down there licking like a St. Bernard, and you don't want to toss him a bone. But,
no, I'm mean.
But what about for you, which is to say...
let's just not even get there.
I'm tired. Let's move on. You know what I mean? Just
finish it off, yeah.
It's either that or you pull your foot up and push his forehead away from you with your heel.
If it doesn't feel good, don't do it.
Right, but you know what? I think
it's not that complicated.
It's a vicious cycle because they do it once to get the guy out of there because they want to move on and they're not enjoying themselves, so they do it to get him to stop.
Well, if you want to move on, why don't you try beat it? Get out.
It's like vomiting for an eating disorder patient.
Beat it.
It's like one of my favorite dismissive lines.
Well, why don't you scram?
Okay, get lost. Scram.
You're like a real Bowery Boys kind of line. Scram. Use Sophie.
I've had it with you.
Yeah. Head up to here and you look at my vagina. Scram. Skedaddle. 22 skidoo. Sophie?
Yeah.
You're 23. What's up?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, me and my mom just finished watching The Man Show tonight.
Nice.
Yeah. She's a 50-year-old Jewish woman. She loves you.
Oh, my God.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you watch the Antique Porn Road Show?
Yeah, 'cause she's a big Antique Roadshow warrior herself.
Oh,
so she liked it.
Must have got a real kick out of me doing
she
that.
started getting kind of disgusted when you start smelling the stuff. But anyways.
Well,
what were you smelling?
You got to push the envelope. Well, you ever see the Antique?
Why did I ask that question?
You see the Antique Roadshow on PBS? I'm asking Drew if he's heard of something that's been out for a number of years. Has anybody, Tracy, you ever seen the Antique Roadshow? No. This is, Ann, you've never seen the Antique Roadshow? No. Anderson? Wow. I got to kill myself. I really got to kill myself. There's a show that's been on TV, I think it's like on PBS, where all these people bring their antiques to these guys, and these guys sit there, and they give them some Civil War musket, and they look at it, and they go, well, you see the initials on the muzzle, that would suggest that it's from the Civil War, and this one may have been. It's real interesting.
Yeah,
it's like heroin, because you sit there and watch, and people bring in these little trinkets, and they could be worth $20,000 that some guy just bought at a garage sale.
Yeah.
But nobody but me has seen that in this room, in this area. In this immediate area, and lowering the phone screener. We're the only two amongst the 8 people here.
Yeah.
Tracy's entourage caller, nobody. But Sophie, your mom is into it, right?
Yeah, a little bit. She's, but mostly, the Goyams put their stuff up there.
Right. Yeah. Jews don't do that.
Yeah.
Although they're interested in turning a quick buck. They can't be selling heirlooms off that way because their parents would kill them.
Okay. Yeah.
I was able to work 2 stereotypes into one half-baked compliment.
Nice.
All right, Sophie. I got to kill myself. I got to kill myself. I've got to kill. How come nobody? How do I see stuff that no one else sees? I don't watch PBS.
Here, you must.
It's part
I don't watch PBS.
Most people go fast past PBS. They really do. It like depresses them.
This show is it's a hit. I mean, it's a big
like
deal, and it's on.
Huge. Everyone watches.
It's huge.
Yeah,
everyone watches.
Drew, you didn't know who Doug Henning was, you jackass. Please, you've never seen so many things that other people have seen.
But I'm just looking around this room where everyone's seen this one.
All right, I don't want to get dug in with Ann or Anderson over there, but there's a lot that they have not experienced in their life. All right.
It's hard to imagine the Man Show audience, though, would watch Antique Roadshow.
Okay, where are we going with all this anyway?
It's a very popular show.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Sophie?
Yeah.
All right, anyway. I don't care anymore. I'm depressed. What do you want? Hurry.
Okay, well, I was calling for Dr. Drew, but obviously I could use your advice, too. I've been sexually active since I was 15. Not hardcore, but, on and off. And men that I've been involved with, either whether it's a couple months at a time or 4 years at a time, there comes a point where I just get very unattracted to them sexually. And like listening to the girl before, what she was saying, like she kind of has to fake it. Even with oral stimulation, I don't feel anything from it. And I was involved with a guy for almost 3 years, and he was a wonderful guy. I mean, great guy. Everything I could ever wanted, but I just became so sexually unattracted to him, and I'm wondering, is there something I can do for this?
No. I think that's your body telling you something, I suspect, that you really are not into the relationship.
Well, she's not into any guys, though.
Yeah, but
I'm into guys.
She's in for a while.
It's more for spurts, and I don't want to be out there experimenting till I'm, 70 till I find Mr. Right,
Right.
Well, why don't you be more selective with who you get going with?
Well, I do that too, and it just seems like they could be the greatest people and someone I would be normally attracted to.
What reason do you have for not being attracted to a guy? Did your dad abandon you? You scared of relationships?
No.
Everything good with men?
Yeah, I've had that. Like, I've had a really bad boyfriend when I was in high school who was, physically and mentally abusive, the traditional senior year,
That might have some continued impact on you, but I think more than anything, this is just that thing that young people don't know when the relationships are over.
Yeah.
That you stay on 3 years with something that should have lasted 3 months.
Well, yeah, and you get to that 2.5 year point, it's like, where is it going? Are you moving in? Are you getting married?
No.
You need young, you want to kind of back away from the relationship.
Well, you actually need to be getting out far sooner.
Yeah.
You need to first be more selective with who you get involved with and be more honest with yourself about how you're actually feeling about that person.
Or just start drinking those wine coolers and forget about it. Come on, princess. You're not that special. Please. Everyone needs to date royalty. Come on now. All right, let's take ourselves a little break. I got to go decompress with this Antique Roadshow business, and we'll be back after this. Well, there you have it. Another fabulous episode of Loveline put to bed. I want to thank Traci Lords for coming in here, and if and you have it on your cable network, you can watch her on the Sci-Fi channel. It is 8 o'clock. Monday nights.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for coming in, and I don't think you've been here since I've been here.
No, 6 years ago at least.
Mm-hmm.
Well, come back more often. You live pretty close, right?
All right.
This was relatively painless,
I'll try
right?
to learn about the Antique
Roadshow. Drew, you watch more PBS?
I'll try.
You'll find out who Huell Hauser is, who's been on the air since you were 18.
Absolutely.
All right. Fantastic.
We feel your pain.
No one really truly does. I don't even feel it.
Not anymore.
Well, I do sometimes, and I start medicating. So until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
This has been Loveline. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for Loveline is Ann Wilkins Ingold. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.